So I just want to show y'all what I'm working on right now. So I'm reading through the Psalms, because I haven't been doing any like Christian walk videos, and that's because I'm still basically in the trauma stage, and I haven't really come out of that yet. So instead, I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, what I'm working on. So I want to do a study of Psalms this year, because I went into one of my Sunday school classes, and she was focusing on using the words and verbiage in Psalms to express your deepest pain, grief, and joys. So that, yeah, motivated me. I just ordered a book called Praying the Psalms, which is by Walter, I think, Buggerman. And that was the book she was using for that class, but I came in on the tail end of it. So I just ordered that book. This book was given to me by a lady from my church who has been through a lot. So, A Shepherd's Look at Psalms 23. And then another person at church I was really close to was going to give me a copy as well. So, um, just confirmation of that's why I just need to be. I got this from our church library. It's just the basic Bible commentary Psalms by, let me see this, Abingdon. And then the Life Change series. This also came from the church library. You can check out books. Hold on. Navy Press. And then this book was ordered by one of the ladies that gave me the other book. We actually doing a Psalm 23 study together. And this is a video series by Jennifer Rothschild. She's a lady that started going blind when she was 15. Now she's completely blind. She's like almost 50 probably now. But we're walking through this, and it's a 7-session Bible study. So we're just walking through it slowly. So this past week we watched the like intro video. So you just go through the book with a group. So this was basically from the video. So we had some fill in the blank stuff, and then some questions at the end. And then throughout the week you work on your own. So this starts the week. We're focusing on week 1. Day 1 and day 2 of this week. So it's like a little spiel, and then it asks you some questions, and then how you do an exercise. So one exercise it had me do was write the psalm and personalize it. So the Lord is Bree's shepherd; she shall not want. He makes Bree lie down in green pastures, which was helpful. And they actually take a picture of it and read it over and over again, and then look up some verses on the Lord is mine, and then write down some examples. And then it asks more questions, and that was day 1. So today I'm going to do day 2 probably, and then I use this little notebook here, and I'm going to put all my psalm stuff in it. So right now I went through Psalms 1 through 5. I was trying to find the text I sent out to all my friends, but it just was like God reminds us that he's a provider, he's this, he's this, he's this, he's this, he's this. And how many times do we often forget that? So I just wrote down the different things I'm doing, and then what books I'm using. Oh, we also doing the Matt Chandler's Psalm 23 study. It's on YouTube, so if y'all want to do it with me, we can discuss it. So it's on YouTube, and you can just watch one video per week or whatever. And it has like little printouts that you can do. And so I wrote down the key takeaways from what was in this big book here. So like she was saying, don't be anxious about your life. And then I wrote down the different things that the Lord is to us. I answered some of the questions that I thought would be, useful later. And then your shepherd has your back, holds you, guides you, will not let you go, is with you. And then she talks about God knows that we're needy, because sheep are needy. He knows that we're vulnerable, so we can be vulnerable with him. that he carries us, that he loves us, he leads us, and that we can be ourselves, and he's going to be our shepherd and keep us safe. And yeah, so this was one example question. So how does each quality of God's character show up in your life? So the verses that you looked up, you just pick out the ones that was kind of like ones you already used. So I put rock because it's a song that say he's my rock, my sword and shield, and that's like one of my favorite songs. And I said this is why I don't worry about provision, because he's come through every time. Deliverer, which wasn't personal to me until I was delivered from that situation I was just in my marriage. And then shield, that was one of the first things that, well, I wouldn't say first, I'll probably say a really difficult thing I went through at one of my old jobs. I used to have these cross earrings that dangle, and they ended up like tarnishing, like the little hook part that goes in your ear started tarnishing. So I was like, I can't wear my earrings anymore, but I don't want to throw away the cross. So on my jacket that I had to wear for work, I had two pockets like on the front of my body, like not on the sides like a regular pocket, they were in the front of me. So I put a cross in each pocket so I would be guarded physically by God in front of me, having a shield between me and the other person. And when I start feeling angry or scared or whatever, I would reach in my pocket and I would have my cross. And it's kind of like I see people now have those little rocks. And then I also had an angel that one of my customers had made for me that I would keep in my pocket as well. So that's what I'm working on right now. I can do an update on like what we go through each week. I'm supposed to be meeting with the lady I'm doing this with. We're supposed to read the first, well, like day 1 and day 2 of this, and then this we're supposed to do the first 2 chapters, because this goes through every verse. So the first verse is the first 2 chapters of this book, and I've already read the first 2 chapters, but I have to reread them because I read them out loud to RP, and I don't comprehend by reading out loud. I have to read it, to myself. So I'm about to go do some treats for my friend for her birthday this weekend, and I just brought this book with me, and I'm gonna bring this one so I can make notes. And then we're reading through the Bible in my church. This is the book that we started in Sunday school. Last week we didn't do it because we were waiting on everybody to get their books. So, Relationships and Misworth Making by Timothy Lane and Paul David Tripp. So, if y'all want me to do like updates every week on what I'm doing with those, or just, my studying in general, that's fine. I can do those. Just let me know in the comments. And this book I was reading when I was married. When he would run me bubble baths, I would read this book because I was just, I don't know. But I didn't finish it, so the unexpected did come. This is about a lady that lost her leg from the Boston marathon bomber. So I'm gonna be reading that today because I'm gonna be doing a lot of waiting. So, and I just picked these up as supplemental to the stuff I already had. And that's it for today, y'all. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do this weekly update on my Bible reading and studies and what I'm learning and all that. Like I said, I'm still in a traumatic state. I haven't come out of that yet, but we'll get there, and then I can share more. So, see y'all later.